name is Khalil Kirkendall. I'm a mindfulness educator with MCPS. Welcome to today's segment focused on leaving fear behind. I'm so excited that you have joined us here today. We have another opportunity to explore our mindfulness toolbox and to be able to use some of the tools to help us live more productive and happier lives, hopefully. All right, so let's start with just a little bit of breathing, maybe to get our energy moving and flowing. I'm going to suggest that we do, it's called, whenever I'm feeling kind of a little bit weird in my body and I need to kind of actually pick my energy up. I'm feeling a little bit lethargic or a little kind of slow, kind of tired. It's been a long day. So I'm going to do an energizing breathing exercise. It's called lion's breath. Yeah, that'll get us going. So with lion's breath, I'm going to sit wherever it's comfortable. Remember, whenever we do any of these exercises, make sure you're comfortable so that you can really, really be mindful inside your body. All right, so for me today, in this moment, seated on the floor with my legs crossed is really, really comfortable at the end of my day. So I'm going to sit with my, going to sit back a little bit, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to pretend like we're going to do lion. So I'm just going to stretch my arms out on my knees. I'm going to inhale through both of my nostrils. And on the exhale, I'm going to roar like a lion, right? So I'm going to stick my tongue out and I'm going to, right? There you go. So let's try that again. We're just going to stimulate and activate the body. All right, here we go. Inhale. Inhale. Nice long exhale with our tongue out. Let's try that one more time. See how it feels in our bodies. Inhale deeply. Stick that tongue out and exhale. Nice, nice. Maybe move the shoulders, shake the hands. Let's just take a moment. Move the fingers. Yeah. And let's just start with maybe a few head rolls. So I'm gonna inhale as I bring my chin to my chest, my ear to my shoulder, the back of the head, the nape of my neck, ear to shoulder, chin to chest. Let's do that again, a nice big circle, relaxing the neck and the chest, the shoulders. Nice. Now, as we come to our center, let's go in the other direction. So this time, my left ear, left shoulder, back of the head, nape of the neck, chin to chest. Inhale. Back of the head, nape of the neck. Exhale. Okay. All right. So I hope you're feeling more in alignment with your body, with your breath. And so today, as I already mentioned, today's topic is leaving fear behind. Leaving fear behind. When have you, let's think of a time when you were ever fearful, if you were ever afraid of doing something, and how that made you feel. So let's just take a moment. We just did some lion's breathing and to activate and energize our bodies, and we did a couple of head circles to relax our neck, to strengthen our spines. And so now I want you just to, how do you feel in your body after doing something as small as just breathing and moving your body a little bit? So just begin to notice how you currently feel in your body. I want you to As we are assessing how we feel in our bodies, let's maybe close our eyes, or if that's not comfortable, remember we can always just gaze downward. So if you're seated up in a chair, maybe at a desk, you can just look down. Or if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Do whatever feels good for your body. And just take a moment. I want you to feel the pressure of your body on the chair or on the floor, wherever you're seated. Notice how your body hopefully feels relaxed. Or if your body's feeling stressed, or if you're feeling energized, just take a moment. Just feel how you feel. We did a few breathing exercises. And how do you feel in your body? We can also check in with our bodies to see, are we feeling tired? Are we feeling heavy? Are we feeling light in our day? Let's just check in. Just check in with your body. We don't have to do anything. We're just checking in. How do you know how the body feels? When you're checking in with yourself, how do you know? What clues do you have? What are your clues if you're tired? What does your body tell you? The body is constantly feeding us information. What cues are you receiving if your body is saying that it's hungry? How does your body tell you that it's hungry or tired or feeling heavy or light? So today, let's explore that. We're exploring emotions. We're going to be looking at fear. We're looking at, times, fear can make us feel afraid. So we're going to explore how that feels. So again, let's take a deep inhale. Exhale slowly. Remember, we have a balloon in our belly. So on the inhale, we're expanding. On the exhale, softly, gently exhaling. Nice job. Nice job. So again, let's keep the eyes closed or keep that soft gaze as we move into what we're talking about today. And we're going to learn this whole idea of using mindfulness to help us with our fear and to help us to leave fear behind. So we're going to do a visualization. And the visualization that we're going to do is just basically a body scan. So today we're just going to have an opportunity to move through our entire body as we're having thoughts, identifying which parts of the body reacting to our thoughts, to our feelings, to our emotions. And so body scan is a really, really great way to check in with our bodies and to really see how we feel. And just remember, I asked you just a few minutes ago, what cues are you receiving from your body as your body is speaking to you? How do we know how we feel? So here we go. All right, so we're ready. So I want you to think about something that you are afraid of, something that you have feared or you still fear. Who knows? So this could be a fear of an animal. Sometimes really big dogs scare me. So I don't know, it could be an animal. It could be a big, large barking dog. It could be, you could have a fear of failing a test. You could have a fear of talking in front of people. I don't know. A lot of my students have expressed fear around, speaking on Zoom or just anything that we're doing. Think about that. Think about how you feel. And that could be one of the things that you're afraid of, or it could be something that I did not mention. But whatever it is, I want you to allow yourself to feel. and to have this experience. So we're going to go with that thought. The first thing that comes to your mind when I said, what are you afraid of? Let that come into your brain. Let that thought move through your body. And as you think about that thing or that incident or that experience that you're afraid of, begin to feel how it feels in your body. So again, we're going to close our eyes, or again, softly gazing down at the floor. Just take a moment. Picture the thing or the event in your mind. And while you're doing this, I want you to continue to breathe. Scan your body again. Can you notice? Can you notice where you physically feel that thing you are afraid of? Many of us, we hold our stress in our shoulders, in our neck. When I thought about the one thing that scares me or that I'm afraid of, or it's a past event, the first thing I felt it actually was in my breath. I kind of, I just thought about it, and it was, and then I felt it in my hands. So where are you feeling that thought? As you're having that thought, where did that cue? Where did you feel in your body? Where did you feel it? Did you notice that maybe even, your hands, your shoulders, your neck, your feet, your knees, your jaw, or maybe it's just your whole entire body. Just take a moment. Take a moment. See how you can read the fear in your body. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Open your eyes. Nice. Nice. So let's just take a moment right here. Let's take a moment and maybe write down. And if you have a piece of paper, let's write down that fear. I'm going to take a moment to write down my fear. I see the fear. And then afterwards, I want you to take that piece of paper or whatever you wrote on, and I want you to tear it up into small pieces. And if you don't have a paper, just visualize you're tearing it, you're letting it dissolve. So here, and I'm going to place this in a little box. That is my fear. That is my fear. Now let's close the eyes again. Let's see how it feels. How is it different? How is it the same? Or is there no change? Let's take a moment. Close your eyes. Again, take an inhale and an exhale. Breathe. How are you feeling? There you go. Nice. Nice. So I want you to now visualize what you wrote on your paper. Even though we tore it up, now visualize what we wrote on the paper. And I'll just give you full disclosure. I wrote on my paper, I have an insane fear of heights. And so my fear was one time we were doing cliff diving, and I was going to jump off of a cliff, and I couldn't do it. I was too afraid, and I just couldn't do it. So now, and this was probably 10 years ago, even when I think about it right now, like I said earlier, tension in my hands, tension in my chest. So let's go back to that thought. For me, it's standing on that cliff and not being able to jump. And so let's just go back to that thought. And now, as you visualize that thought, I want you to visualize yourself physically taking 5 steps back away from your fear. So here is my fear, and I'm going to step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step back. And as you step back, you'll notice that the fear gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller to where it's not even visible. So take a moment, again, inhale, exhale, again, inhale, exhale. Now just take a moment. How do you feel? How did it feel in both instances? How did it feel to take that fear, write it down, tear it up, put it in a little box? How did it feel to see your fear? Because sometimes our fears can be huge. They can feel really big in our lives. How did it feel to shrink that fear? How did it feel to walk away from that fear? Take a moment. How do you feel? What awareness is coming up in your body? What cues are you receiving from your body? Are you feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm, a little bit more, maybe less afraid? Maybe. Well, let's do one final body scan as we wrap up this exercise today. Again, I want you to close your eyes or gaze down towards the floor, the ground, wherever you're seated. And if you're comfortable, just take a moment. I'm going to inhale, deeply breathe in, and slowly exhale. Again, I want you to scan your body, reflect on the areas of your body where you felt stress, where you felt fear at the start of this session. How are you feeling now? Again, what does it feel like to put it in a box? Just notice any changes. And so the lesson here is that whenever in life we are noticing that we are reacting to something that is fearful, something that we're afraid of, because fear can sometimes stop us from doing things, and we don't want that to happen. So when we're having those sensations in the body, remember that you can always pause, you can scan your body, see where you're holding the stress or where you're holding that fear. You can take a moment to take a deep breath, visualizing yourself walking away from that experience, which will help to hopefully lessen the impact on you, or just the act of writing down and tearing it up, just making that fear smaller, placing it in a box. You know, these are two ways that we could, or two tools that we can use to reduce that tension, to reduce that stress, and to reduce the body's reaction to fear. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's segment focused on leaving fear behind. And now we can all be our very strong selves. So until next time, thank you so much. Be well 365.